What's up YouTube? It's LEGO King 71 back with the 11th update in my Castle Mock building series. In the last update, I built the Sacred Gold Temple and the Dragon's Overlook above it. So if you missed it, make sure you go check that video out. Today, I'll be working on the side tower connected to the castle. In this video, I'll be adding a dungeon where prisoners from the Lion Knight shipwreck are being held. Above that, I'll be adding some wooden defensive structures that provide the perfect vantage point for archers to be positioned and guard the seas around the castle. And then finally, to make the ocean around the castle livelier, I'll also be building a Goblin trading ship sailing into the port. Let's start with the dungeon. In this first part of the time-lapse, you can see I started by tiling the walls of the level below it. This will allow me to make the tower modular just like I made the main castle. Since the castle's so tall, this is going to allow me to transport it to shows much more easily. Once I had the floor built, I began building the jail cells of the dungeon. The pieces I used as cell doors are clipped into the walls, allowing them to swing open and closed. Once those were in place, I began building the walls of the cell. You can see I even added some window openings for the prisoners to look out of. On the outside of the tower, I built these decorative arches. On the inside, a ladder will lead up to the next level. Before I built the floor, I lined the walls of the tower with tiles again so that I would still have access to the interior of the dungeon. Then on this level, I decided to add some more colors and interesting shapes to the tower by building some wooden and thatched structures. On the side facing the port, I used snot bricks to attach 1x8 brown tiles in a half stud offset pattern, and then I left 2 openings on the front of the structure for archers to be positioned in. I then built a simple roof on top with the same pentagonal tiles I used for my other roofs on the castle. I tried to make this tower even more interesting looking by building a thatch structure at an angle on this side. I used a hinge on the bottom to connect the structure to the tower. After that, I built up the walls of the tower and then began building the thatch structure itself. I used a similar technique to the one I used on the barracks and the inn. This time, however, I attached these round quarter circle tiles to create this cool looking wood design on the front of the structure around the window. I then built a roof that sat on top of the structure using the same 5-sided black tiles as before. At this point, I was starting to run low on gray bricks, so while I waited for a pick-a-brick order to arrive, I decided that I wanted to add some life to the ocean by building another ship. I wanted this ship to closely resemble a Viking ship, so I found the perfect design on rebrickable.com, which was created by Jonas Cram. I just switched up the color scheme a bit and followed the free PDF instructions that he provided. Once the ship was finished, I decided to further the fantasy theme by making the boat into an orc trading ship. I handcuffed some prisoners that the orcs had captured to the ship, as well as added some pigs and goats that the orcs could trade in exchange for weapons created by the Dragon Knight's blacksmith. That's going to wrap up this update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. In the next update, I'll be building the final levels of the castle, including another garden overlooking the front of the castle, an observatory, and finally a lighthouse as the final level of the side tower. As always, thanks for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe if you're looking forward to more videos. See ya!